Good evening and welcome to the June 23rd meeting of the Lowell License Commission. Secretary Wynn, was the meeting posted?
Yes.
Number 1 on the agenda?
Do you want to go with number 2?
No, we'll go number 1.
Number 1, minutes for meeting of June 9, 2016.
Motion by Commissioner McGovern, seconded by Commissioner McCarthy. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 2 is for the License Commission ratification, the issuance of a special one-day license to sell or dispense malt beverages and wine only, or either one, which is license number 69SP 2016 to Tabitha Garnett, the catering manager of Aramark, for an event held at the Allen House, 2 Solomon Way, for Donna Bellacy's retirement party, which was Wednesday, June 22nd, from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m.
This is just for ratification. State your name for the record, please.
Tabitha Garnett.
Aye, Tabitha. Wish of the body? Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner McGovern. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 3,
Commission
please.
will now take up applications for special one-day licenses to sell, dispense malt beverages and wines only, or either one. Tabitha Garnett, the catering manager of Aramark, for event at the ETIC, 40 University Avenue, the UML Chemical Nuclear Institute Summer Conference, for Monday, July 11, 2016, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Also, Tabitha has filed application for an event at the Allen House, 2 Solomon Way, the UML Chemical Nuclear Institute Summer Conference, for Tuesday, July 12th, from 4:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And Tabitha has filed a 3rd application on behalf of as catering manager for Aramark for an event at the University Crossing, 220 Pawtucket Street, the UML Chemical Nuclear Institute Summer Conference, for Friday, July 22nd, 2016, from 4:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
State your name for the record, please.
Tabitha Garnett.
Tabitha, you've held many of these licenses
I have,
before, right?
yes.
Any problems in any of your events? Questions, comments from the board?
Move approval.
Move for approval by Commissioner McGovern, seconded by Commissioner McCarthy. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Tabitha, good luck with your events.
Commission will now take up applications for the special one-day license to sell, dispense malt beverages and wine only, or either one, filed by Chris DeFranzo of CB Enterprises, Inc.
Secretary
for a
Wynn.
number of venues.
Secretary
3
Wynn.
venues, actually.
Secretary Wynn, if I may, I would ask the board to take all of the applications, waive the reading at this time. Do I have a second? Second by Commissioner McCarthy. Mr. Franzo, you have 8 applications here for the Lowell Folk Festival?
Yes.
All right. Deputy Webb, any problems, anything, any concerns that Mr. Franzo should be aware of from the Lowell Police Department's viewpoint?
Mr. Chairman, the only concern we have is for all of the one-day licenses for the festival, that all of the licensees realize that the ending time for the license, whether it be 7 p.m. or midnight for some of the licenses, is the time that we expect the location to be closed and all the customers to be out of the location.
Thank you, sir. Chris, you're all set with that?
Yes.
Questions, comments on the board? Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner McGovern. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Chris, always a good time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Jerry Murphy of Camden, Inc., doing business as the Old Court, for premises at 2931 Central Street, an enclosed outdoor area, Middle Street, at the corner of Central, for the Folk Festival weekend, Friday, July 29th, 2016, from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Also, Jerry has filed application for the enclosed outdoor area, Middle Street, at the corner of Central, for Saturday, July 30th, from 12 noon to 12 midnight.
State your name for the record, please.
Jerry Murphy.
Jerry, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
You're an old pro at this.
Excuse me?
You're an old pro at this.
Fortunately so, yeah, 15 years.
Mr. McCarthy still can't get in your place. You won't let him in.
Every now and again. 15 years. Will you be singing? Will I be singing? No, only at closing time. Get rid of them all.
Deputy Webb, any problems over at the Old Court?
No, Mr. Murphy runs a good operation from our point of view. We've never had a problem with the Folk Festival.
Fantastic. Wish of the body.
Move approval.
Move for approval by Commissioner McGovern, seconded by Commissioner McCarthy. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Jerry, always do a good job over there.
Thank you.
Take
Appreciate
care of
it.
yourself. Good luck.
Cheers.
We have Scott Pelletier of the Fuse Bistro, 45 Palmer Street, for an enclosed outdoor area at Palmer Street, the corner middle, the full festival weekend, starting with Friday, July 29th, from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Also, and Saturday, July 30th, from 12 noon to 12 midnight. And a third date is Sunday, July 31st, from 12 noon to 6 p.m.
State your name for the record.
Scott Pelletier.
Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Excuse me?
I said, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Very good. Scott, I couldn't get into your place Saturday night. I'm not happy.
All right, well, you'll get in this Saturday.
All right, I appreciate that. Always packed over there, and you always do a good job. The food was excellent.
All right, thank you.
What do we plan on doing over at the folk festival?
We'll have a fenced-in area, just like we did last year, and we'll have someone at the door checking IDs.
Fantastic. Comments from the board, questions? Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner McGovern. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Scott, best of luck.
All right, thank you very much.
Commission will now take up applications for special event permits for amplification of sound for outdoor public entertainment. Jerry Murphy of the Old Court for sound system for band and/or disc jockey for the Lowell Folk Festival, Friday, July 29th, and Saturday, July 30th. This will be in the enclosed outdoor area on Middle Street at the corner of Central.
Once again, state your name for the record.
Jerry Murphy.
Hey, Jerry.
And also,
Really? Oh, I'm sorry.
I have another applicant for amplification. Do we want to take that?
Yeah, sure.
Eric Sack of the Lowell Southeast Asian Water Festival for sound system for live music, public address, and disc jockey. Southeast Asian Water Festival, Saturday, August 20th, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Heritage Campus Pavilion at Pawtucket Boulevard.
State your name for the record.
Eric Sack.
Hey, Eric, how are you?
Good.
Good. Jerry, for once, I would really like to see Commissioner McCarthy with a kilt, just so he can come in and have us sing a song with you. Do you think we can do that?
He's always welcome.
All right, that sounds great. Eric, tell us about what's going on over there. How many years we've been doing that over there?
This will be our 20th year at the Water Festival. Pretty much, except for that, it's going to be the same deal. We have 10,000 watts of sound.
Yep.
We get there about 6:30 set up and start about 9. So,
Perfect. Deputy Superintendent Webb, any concerns?
No, Mr. Chairman?
Thank you very much. Wish of the board.
all right, thanks.
Move approval.
Move for approval by Commissioner McGovern, seconded by Commissioner McCarthy. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Gentlemen, best of luck. Take care.
Commission now take up the application by Eric Sack of Lowell Megs Inc. for a sidewalk stand license. Eric is the vice president. Their business address is at 47 Lee Street, but the sidewalk stand would be set up for 115 Merrimack Street. This will be a seasonal permit from April to October 2016.
State your name for the record.
Eric Sack.
Eric, what do you plan on doing over there?
Primarily, it's for the Folk Festival. We've had a pretty good street presence the last few years, or at least couple years. We do a lot of kids' activities. It seemed to make more economic sense to go for the seasonal permit, so we could pull out a table whenever.
Yep. Secretary Wynn, is Miss Mansilla here?
No, I expected Ariana, her daughter, to be here.
Yep.
She's not here at this time.
Okay. Wish of the body for Mr. Sack's application. Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner McGovern. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Eric, good luck.
All right, thank you.
You bet.
Number 6 on the meeting agenda is the application filed by Lowell Steakhouse, Inc., doing business as Bob's Bar and Grill. Robes Barboza is the president, applying for an all-alcoholic beverage restaurant license for premises at 490 Central Street. There are 2 floors and a basement of a 2-story building. This is an application that would require a scheduling of a public hearing and a legal notice to be published. The applicant would be required to notify the abutters in any church, school, or hospital within a 500-foot radius. There is an attorney who's representing the applicant and filed this application.
Motion by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner McCarthy, hold a public hearing on July 14th. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
In an application, number 7 on the meeting agenda is an application by RKRG Corp., doing business as Holly Crab. Brian Kim is president, for the transfer of a malt beverage and wine only restaurant license from Rising Sun Super Corporation, doing business as Maya Asian Cuisine. And this is for the premises at 16 Merrimack Street, just a 1-floor, 1 dining room on the first floor of 16 Merrimack Street. This is a transfer of license. Presently, the Rising Sun Super Corporation has a 12 a.m. legal closing time. This would require a public hearing to be scheduled, a legal notice published, but it does not require abutters to be notified.
Motion by Commissioner Hogan, seconded by Commissioner Krieger, to hold a public hearing on July 14th. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Number 8 on the meeting agenda is an item that was continued from June 9th. Vanna Can, doing business as The Crown, the all-alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 74 Middlesex Street. Request for a promoter license for the following individual: Adira Baez of MJ Entertainment, Lawrence, Mass. The Crown Saturday, for every Saturday night at 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vanna Can had sent the License Commission Office notice yesterday that he was withdrawing his application for this type of permit.
I'd like to place the matter on file. Seconded by Commissioner Hogan. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
And our last meeting, item on the meeting agenda is the commission whether to vote or to enter into an executive session to comply with or act under the authority of Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 22, in light of motion by Commissioner Krieger to review License Commission executive session minutes for executive sessions that were held May 8, 2014, May 15, 2014, and December 4th, 2014.
Commissioner Krieger?
I move we go into an executive session. I move we go into an executive session, given that there are 5 members present.
Second.
For discussion, if I could, from legal counsel, can you give me your input on this? I'm just not sure if, as a board, we want to do this right now. And I all due respect to Commissioner Krieger.
In terms of substantive input on the motion by the commissioner, that would need to be taken up in executive session. As long as the board, a member has moved to enter into executive session and you have a second to that motion, then the next order of business would be to enter into the executive session.
All right, we have a second on the motion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Krieger,
Aye.
Commissioner Hogan,
Aye.
Chairman Dakota,
Aye.
Commissioner McCarthy? Aye. Commissioner McGovern?
Aye.
Then make a motion, once we do come back to executive session, that we adjourn from the meeting. At that time, do I have a second?
Second.
Do I need a roll call, counsel, on this?
Yes, what you'll do is when you reconvene following the executive session, you will then take a move to resume the open meeting.
I thought
and
that
then-
was the motion.
Pardon?
That was the motion that's under discussion.
The motion was to adjourn into executive session, as I understand it.
Yeah, and then there was a second motion that upon conclusion of the executive session, we're adjourned.
Yeah.
Okay, then that, if,
I'm just
my
asking if I
apologies
need,
to the.
I'm just asking if I need a roll call on that.
Yes, you would need to,
To adjourn right after executive session, right?
It would be my recommendation that the cleanest way of delineating the executive session from the open part of the meeting would be to reconvene by way of a roll call vote, and then at that point, you could then move to adjourn for the night.
Okay, so once
Once you conclude the business in the executive session.
executive
it's my
session.
recommendation, you return here,
return here?
and yes, reopen, go back into the open part of the meeting, and then you can go ahead and adjourn for the evening.
Okay. The vote
I
is,
withdraw my second.
all right. The first vote has been made. We'll reconvene after. Okay. Mayor's reception room, please.
This is, they're the same thing.
Is this you wrote?